Hey guys, what's up? Jordan here and welcome back to another Minecraft mod review. So the mod for today is the Hunting Traps mod, and what this mod does is, as you can see from this, it adds a few new blocks into your Minecraft, which as the title would imply, it allows you to hunt any creature in Minecraft, friendly or foe. So we've got a few new blocks here, and I've got the crafting recipe set up in here, so let's get straight to it. So first we've got the cage hunting trap. So to make that, simply surround a piece of redstone in iron bars. That will give you your cage hunting trap. Next we have the fire hunting trap, which is crafted with one piece of redstone, an iron ingot, a piece of flint, and then 6 smooth stone, 3 on each side. Next we have the pitfall trap, which is crafted with 2 gunpowder, 2 iron ingots, redstone in the center, and smooth stone on the corners. And then we have the igniting fire trap, which is 2 flint and steels, 1 redstone, and then 6 smooth stone, again 3 on either side. So before I show the next bunch of crafting recipes, I may as well show off what these traps do first, mightn't I? So first, we will start with the cage hunting trap. So, all of these require some form of redstone or other means of powering it. So for the demonstration purposes, I'm going to use a standard pressure plate, but there are a few other ways which you could set it up if you so wish, which I will go over in a second. But for this part, I'm going to just use a standard pressure plate. I'm going to spawn a villager on it, and so as you can see, when he stands on it, all of the blocks around him, including the block beneath him by the way, it turns into iron bars, which is very convenient, and I do like the way how it does the block underneath him as well, because it means that he couldn't, if he was like a player, they wouldn't be able to just, you know, dig themselves out with relative ease anyway. It would take them a little while. And next up we have the fire trap, which when something steps on it, all the adjacent blocks, so these 4 here, will be ignited with fire. So if he were to walk off, then he would be a bit of a derp, because he would have set himself on fire, which is rather stupid of him. And next up we have the fire igniting trap, which is pretty cool, and so I'm going to step on this one myself. As you can see, I've got it all hooked up to some redstone, so if I were to step on this, they all light up with fire, which is very cool. I really like that, because if you were running away from like a creeper or something, you could run into your base and then set it on fire. Hopefully it would like walk over it, and then you could possibly save your house from dying, or rather being blown up. And now I'm going to show off the iron spikes, which are pretty cool actually. They act like cobwebs in the terms that if you step in them, you go really slow and you can't really move, but they also cause a severe bit of damage, and there is one little bug which even though I'm a creative, if I were to step in them, I could just quite easily die, which I will show off near the end. And one block which I don't actually have set up, which is pretty unprofessional, but I have it right here for convenience sake, is the pitfall trap. And so if I simply place it there, and this is where I'm going to show off the extra, these 2 blocks here, the invisible pressure plate and the grass camouflage plate. So if I were to place this one above here, as you can see, it gets a grass texture above it, but if I walk a bit near it, the animation or the texture for it goes a little bit glitchy, and you can see it's there, but still it's cool nonetheless. That's just a small little bug, which I'm sure could be fixed rather easily, but it still acts as a pressure plate, so if I were to step on that, it would trigger the trap. And same with this one here, which although you can't see it, it is there. You might be able to see the invisible pressure plate, and it's spelled invisible wrong. And that acts as a pressure plate too, but you can't see it, which is also pretty cool. I prefer the grass one just because, you know, it kind of blends in more, but this one's pretty cool nonetheless. And if I right click here, you might be able to hear me place it. You might have heard that, I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to just use a standard pressure plate here just so you can see it a bit easier. And so we're going to spawn a villager in there, and as you can see, it makes a 4 deep hole, 3 by 3, and basically traps whatever walks in it in a hole, so you could come back to it later. You could set up some pretty good traps with this and stuff, you know, for resourcing materials and stuff, for farming and stuff. So that's pretty cool. And to make those pressure plates and the iron spikes, by the way, for iron spikes, just take 4 iron ingots like that. For the fake grass covering, which I haven't actually shown yet, but I'm going to here. For the fake grass covering, you just take 3 seeds and 3 pieces of dirt. For the fake sand covering, you take 3 pieces of sand and 3 sandstone. And then for the invisible pressure plate, 4 pieces of redstone, a smooth stone in the center, and 4 pieces of glass. And then finally, for the grass camouflage, which is my favorite one, 3 seeds, 5 pieces of dirt, and a piece of redstone in the center. And I realize that those last few recipes may have been overwhelming. That one was a little bit unorganized, but I hope you can forgive me about that one. And so anyway, I'm going to show off these 2 here, the fake grass covering and the fake sand covering, and I'm not quite sure what service these, well, what purpose they serve, because they float, and I'm not quite sure what you would do with that, because like I can't just place it above here, and actually it's disappearing when I do. So I'm not quite sure what that's all about. I don't know if that's a bug. And I've just noticed now that it seems to be most blocks in this that the texture glitches out, like it was on this one as well, wasn't it? Although it's not doing it now. But anyway, so that's basically what the mod does, guys. It's a pretty cool little mod, and I really do like it. And I actually think this would be very convenient in things such as, you know, like the survival games or any kind of PvP game in general, because you could make some pretty cool and innovative traps with this mod. And it would be very convenient, especially things like the fire traps and like the cage traps, because, you know, you could just totally annihilate enemy players with that. So it would be kind of cool to see that implemented into some PvP games. And just for demonstrations purposes, I'm going to end it off by showing my death in creative mode, because I have never seen this before. But as you can see there, I did die. PerpetualJordan somehow fell out of the world, but even though I didn't, but yeah, so I've never seen that happen before. I've never seen a way to die in creative mode. But so that's all the mod does, guys. It's very cool. I really like it. It's actually one of my favorite mods so far, which I think should actually be implemented into vanilla Minecraft. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then just click the like button because, you know, it just makes me happy. And let's see if we can get for 50 likes. Also, if you would like to check out my previous video where I answered your guys' questions from a few days ago, then feel free to do so by clicking the video in the bottom right. And you can also subscribe to my channel, PerpetualJordan, by clicking the yellow subscribe button up in the top right corner. And finally, you can follow me on Twitter, like my Facebook page, and join my Steam group. All of those links are in the description, as well as a link to this mod. So yeah, that was the Hunting Traps mod for 1.3.1. Thank you for watching, and have a good day. I will see you in the next video.